So when you found out if she's screwing him, which she is, then I want to know when their next meeting and where. And that's it as far as you're concerned, okay?
But what do you intend to do then?
Don't worry about me. You just keep your mouth shut.
We have a fair play clause, you see, Mr. Fulton. If I decide at any time, for whatever reason, not to carry on with the investigation, we make no charge for the work already done.
Look, do you want the job or not?
I'm afraid it's not as simple as that, Mr. Fulton.
Why don't you just piss off, love? Go and get the tea.
Miss Gray is not the tea lady. She works with me. I'm training her up.
Really? Not a very suitable job for a young woman, is it? Anyway, I don't work with women, sorry.
I'd say it was an entirely suitable job, Mr. Fulton.
You've been waiting for your suspect for 5 hours, and he still doesn't appear. What do you do?
Go home?
No, you wait another 5 hours. Patience and persistence. That's what it's all about. That's what you gotta learn.
Perhaps I can't help being a pig.
No, he was bad news. Remember what the super said?
You seem to say so many things, Bernie.
Always trust your instinct. Always listen to the inner voice.
It's easy for Chief Superintendent Ferguson. You get a regular salary in CID, even when the inner voice is talking rubbish.
Don't mock it. Everything I've been teaching you comes from him. Same again?
Haven't you had enough? Anyway, it's my round.
You're a clever girl, Cordelia. Best day's work of my life when I took you.
And even the younger players don't seem too worried about recent setbacks. It doesn't
Nowhere to go but up. Remember that. Onwards and upwards.
Let's hope so.
I'll be a bit late tomorrow.
Good idea. I'll get the tube in.
Buongiorno, Gianni.
Buongiorno, Cordelia. Oh, Mr. Pryde. He came in early this morning.
Really?
Si.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bernie?
Sorry. I couldn't tell you face to face. I'm taking the coward's way out. The hospital have confirmed it's cancer. It's pretty bad, apparently. They want to pump me full of stuff. But I've seen what it does. I'm not going through all that. Forget it. The good news is I'm leaving you the lot. House, business, even the car. If you can start the bloody thing. And all our equipment. One last favor. If you find me alive, for God's sake, wait before calling help. I'm relying on you. Bernie.
Yes, police. I'd like to report a death. Suicide.
And all our equipment.
Come in.
What did he get up to here?
He didn't get up to anything. This was his office. He was a private detective. He went to a lot of bother to make sure his blood didn't clot. He put aspirin in his tea as well, just to be doubly sure.
Well, you've picked up quite a bit from him, haven't you?
He'd like to have heard that.
Stuck outside Victoria for 50 minutes, another bomb scare.
I'm afraid Bernie's dead, Mrs. Sparshot. I wouldn't go in there. It'll upset you. I've worked for him for 8 months. I came as temporary holiday relief for Mrs. Sparshot. But we seemed to get on and I sort of stayed to help. I think he thought he was grooming me to take over from him one day.
No, you can.
Thanks.
You seem very calm about all this.
Perhaps I'm used to people dying.
A place like this? I'd have thought it was lost cats and poisoned pen letters.
I came here after my father died. He had multiple sclerosis. I watched him die for 5 years. I'm not going to say much. Bernie would have hated it, thought it was really phony. But I will say one thing. Bernie Pryde was a truly generous man. He'd have thought that was a phony thing to say too. Except when he was drunk, when he did get a bit sentimental. He'd had some new stationery printed recently with a slogan at the top. Pryde's detective agency. We take a pride in our work. It's so awful. It must have been one of his little jokes. At least I hope it was. But it was true all the same. He really did.
I particularly like the bit about when it had a few too many. Brought back fond memories. Detective Chief Superintendent Ferguson, I used to work with Bernie. He was a good man.
You think so?
No question.
Well, then why did you sack him? You know that you ruined his life for him, don't you? Surely you could have found room for him somewhere. He used to have dreams about working with you.
about what you're going to do. Don't worry about me. I can always find something else. I'm sure I can.
I haven't thought properly yet, Mrs. Sparshot. I never expected to own a detective agency. Well, you don't, do you?
And at your age, why should you want the responsibility?
Exactly. Why haven't any of these been paid?
That was Bernie's system. Wait till they threaten to disconnect you or take you to court. It always worked very well. Well, except when they cut the telephone off.
Can I help?
If you're Cordelia Gray, you're 18 minutes late. It said on the door you'll be back by 2.
I'm sorry, there's been a death in the family.
I have an appointment to see Mr. Pryde.
It's his death, I'm afraid. But we can use his office. Actually, it's my office now. Take a seat. I'm afraid I don't know your name.
Elizabeth Leeming. My employer specifically wanted me to see Mr. Pryde.
Your employer's name?
Callender. Dr. Ronald Callender. He's a microbiologist, rather well known in his field. He wanted Mr. Pryde to come to Cambridge to discuss... Well, it's extremely delicate.
Can you tell me anything at all?
I really don't think I can. But I'm willing to take you to meet Dr. Callender, if you're interested. He can explain. It might be worth a few hours of your time.
When?
There's a train at 3:36. You do understand that he's quite capable of not offering you the job.
Of course. And I hope you understand that I'm quite capable of not accepting it.
Thank you, love.
So, Miss Gray, convince me. Why should I employ a young girl when I've been recommended the services of a rather burly ex-policeman?
No reason, really, except that Mr. Pryde thought quite well of me. He seemed to think I had potential.
He committed suicide, I understand.
Yes, last week.
My son committed suicide 18 days ago. I want someone to find out why. Could you do that?
Didn't the inquest come up with anything?
My son is dead. A fortnight ago, he was alive and apparently well. And for no reason that I can understand, he hanged himself with his own belt strap.
I'm so sorry. What did the inquest say?
Took his life while the balance of his mind was disturbed. Predictable explanation. I don't believe it. He was a rational person. He was reading English at Cambridge, at my old college. He had a reason for his action.
Rational people do sometimes take their own lives.
Why not leave it alone? Mark's dead. Nothing's going to bring him back now.
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Don't worry, Miss Gray. I'm not a sentimentalist. Mark and I were not close. My fault. I'm not proud of it. But my work here absorbs me entirely. Another reason I need a detective.
The real reason.
My work here is hugely important, but it doesn't begin to pay for itself. A charity offered me a considerable sum of money. I heard recently that the good Christian lady who founded it was worried that Mark's suicide might be as a result of family problems. If she believes this, she won't give us the money. If we don't get the money, we won't survive 6 months. I need details from those who knew Mark about his state of mind before he died. Any information will help. And the job is yours, Miss Gray, if you want it.
Oh. Thank you. Right, could I ask you some questions? What was his name?
Mark Callender.
And how old was he when he died?
23. He'd taken 2 years off before his degree. He was in his final year.
But he never finished it.
5 weeks ago, he threw the whole thing up and took a job as a gardener for a Mr. Markland, just outside Duxford, about 10 miles from here. He lived alone in a summer house in the grounds, apparently. That's where he hanged himself.
And what about relationships? Affairs?
I've no idea. Hardly the sort of thing a young man would discuss with his father, surely. But if he did have any, I'd expect them to be heterosexual.
And did he leave a suicide note?
A note, but not an explanation.
It was found next to the laptop Dr. Callender gave him for Christmas.
What did it say?
And it is great to do that thing that ends all other deeds, which shackles accidents and bolts up change, which sleeps and never pallets more the dug.
Antony and Cleopatra.
Did you study English too?
Oh, not at university, I'm afraid. I never had time.
Why didn't you make the time?
My father didn't want me to. He wanted me to be with him. I lived with him in Italy for 5 years until he died.
Well, it sounds as if you managed to be closer than Mark and I ever were.
Oh, I doubt it. I hardly saw him until he got ill. He was a travel writer, always rushing off. Could I possibly see Mark's room? And a photograph? Please.
I'm sure I can find one.
He didn't have any financial worries then?
I gave him an allowance when he was at college. I assume he lived off his own earnings for the last couple of weeks.
You mean he cancelled his allowance?
He made his career choice. Stupidly, in my view, but it was up to him. Of course, he did have the security of knowing he was going to inherit a large fortune from his maternal grandfather in 2 years' time.
And what'll happen to the money now?
No, it'll be shared amongst a long list of highly respectable charities, none of which will benefit me or my work in the slightest, unfortunately.
My wife's father told me it stuck in his throat that I might just possibly inherit her money one day, but he'd certainly make sure I didn't benefit from Mark's inheritance.
And did you inherit the money?
Yes, sadly. She died when Mark was very young. Just a baby.
You've had it tidied up?
No, this is how he liked it. Not that he spent much time here. I packed him off to boarding school as soon as they'd take him. Seemed the best thing, considering.
I've got the photo, Miss Gray. I took it last summer. It's rather good, I think.
Yes.
Well, goodbye, Miss Gray. I really must get back to work. Will you please deal with Miss Leeming from now on?
One last thing. We have a fair play clause. If I decide at any time not to carry on with the investigation, I make no charge for work already done, but you're not entitled to any of the information I might have obtained. If I do carry on, I agree to report to you at regular intervals. Every couple of days is usually enough, but if you're
I'm
not
sure that'll all be fine. A taxi will be here to pick you up in a couple of minutes, if you'll excuse me.
Do you mind if I have a look?
No.
Cordelia Gray. I've just started working for Dr. Callender.
Patrick Smith.
All this lot must cost a fortune.
I'd like to think that's why the pay's so crap. To subsidise it. Hope yours is crap too.
Terrible. How does he keep it all going?
Posh handouts. The latest big hope is the Worthington Trust, run by some multi-millionaire spinster. All Christianity and family values.
And why is she so keen to give her money to this place?
Because we're trying to save the planet. What's more Christian than that? No, we are. We're developing a plastic that's biodegradable in water. It'll cut down pollution massively.
Oh, there you are.
I hope you don't mind me having a look around. Mr. Smith here has just been telling me about the work you're doing.
Good. Your taxi's waiting, Miss Gray.
Bye, Patrick.
Are you sure his car's safe?
I can't be sure of anything until I find the keys. Peculiar thing is, I've never even been in here. And now it all belongs to me.
Well, you're bound to get a good price for it, in spite of the state it's in.
I'm not planning to sell it. I think I'll probably live here.
Is that wise? I mean, isn't that a bit unhealthy? Oh, I suppose you know what you're doing.
Perhaps I don't, but I've got no time to worry about this now. I've got this job to do.
It's not much of a job, though, is it?
Mrs. Sparshot, we're hardly in a position to be choosy.
Oh, no. It's just that it won't take you 5 minutes.
Really? How do you work that out?
Oh, because I could tell you why the poor boy killed himself.
Go on, then.
Because his father never had any time for him. Poor, lonely boy, never at home. Probably never allowed any friends when he was.
That's not entirely true. Miss Leeming mentioned a couple of friends. Brother and sister, Hugo and Sophie. She was at Mark's college. They came to the funeral and the inquest, and they came to his house for dinner a couple of times. I think I'm quite looking forward to being in charge for once. What?
Oh. I just think you've had to be in charge too much in your life already, if you don't mind my saying so.
Do you want a lift?
Hello? Are you for the jump ball to come this way?
No, I'm not. I've come about Mark Callender. My name's Cordelia Gray.
I never heard of you. Don't let that put you off. I'm always the last to be told anything.
Mark's father has hired me to find out why he killed himself. He said that Mr. Markland employed him here as a gardener.
Employed. More like slave labor. My brother has no problem in exploiting the workforce. In fact, I think he takes rather pride in it.
I paid him what he was worth. He didn't have to take the job.
And how did you come to find him?
Advertised in the Cambridge Evening News. He rode up one evening on his bicycle. He admitted he didn't know much about gardening, but he seemed strong and willing. Next question.
Did he tell you that he just dropped out of university?
Yeah.
Well, didn't that strike you as odd? Didn't it worry you?
It certainly did. I didn't want some drug addict or social inadequate wandering around the place. As a matter of fact, I rang his tutor, a chap called Horsefall. He assured me that his behavior had always been irreproachable. Rather boringly so, by the sound of it.
Did he tell you why he left?
I didn't ask him. It's a free country. Up to him what he did with his life.
Why did Dr. Callender really send you, Miss Gray?
I'm sorry.
An inexperienced young woman. What do you think his plan is? That you'll put us off our guard and we'll let on which of us murdered Mark?
Could I possibly see where he stayed?
Feel free. We never go there.
Thank you, Mr. Markland.
Don't thank me. Thank Eleanor. She's going to take you there.
Whose idea was it that he stayed in the summer house? Yours or his?
It's his. He must have been snooping around and seen it before he came to the house. I wasn't keen, quite frankly. Not that what I think makes any difference around here.
Why weren't you keen? Miss Markland?
The place is a wreck. There's no gas, no electricity.
Well, yes, but if he'd already seen it and he didn't mind.
My fiancé and I used to spend a lot of time there, Miss Gray. He was killed in Cyprus.
I'm sorry.
I often used to go back there, you know. Sit and remember.
Mr. Markland said that no one went there.
My brother isn't aware of much that goes on outside the Daily Telegraph and his rose garden. I would have thought you'd have realized that. This is where Mark did most of his work for us.
Were you happy with him?
He learned quickly.
Why didn't you like him?
He dropped out of university, Miss Gray. He dropped out of family obligations, and finally he dropped out of life itself. The young men I knew were not so privileged. They couldn't just drop out because of some childish whim. They took life seriously. They had to.
Do you really think it was a whim? Don't you think that life must have been unbearable for Mark in some way, for him to have done what he did? Did you see Mark on the day he died?
Yes, at 6:30, as he was putting the mower away out of me. But don't misunderstand me. He was always very polite. He's a very pleasant young man, I'm sure. Later on, I went out with my brother, with an old banking acquaintance. He allows me out with him, you see, sometimes.
What time did you get back?
Oh, after midnight. I didn't find him till the morning.
The inquest said he died about 8.
Really? He had a girlfriend, you know.
Really?
Well, a girl visited him a few days after he started here.
What was she like?
Beautiful. Foreign. French, I think. And extremely rich.
How do you know that?
By her clothes and her casual arrogance. She poked her head out of a car and said, "Where is Mark Callender?" As if I was the skivvy.
Perhaps her English wasn't very good.
You don't think I've lived with my brother all these years without learning something? The arrogance that money brings. Being dependent on the charity of others is a terrible thing. That's where I found him. Hanging from that. The leather belt around his neck. I'd only come to see if he'd overslept.
Is everything just as it was?
Apart from the suicide note and half mug of coffee on the table there, the police took them.
Looks as if he's been burning some papers.
I believe so, yes.
How was he dressed when you found him?
He had bare feet. It was just his trousers. I went up to him, touched his chest. It was cold.
Did you cut him down?
No. I picked up the chair. It was one of those. So it supported his feet. I don't know why it was such a silly thing to do. I just had to release the pressure on his throat. Nearly 23. His poor, poor father. And what a stupid, selfish boy. Odd place to live.
What are you doing here?
It's such a lovely day, and I've always liked Cambridge.
Mrs. Sparshot, I am quite capable of doing this job on my own.
Oh, I'm sure you are. What's that? Do you think it was his?
I don't know.
Even if it was, I've seen far worse than my local newsagent.
You're quite right. I mustn't assume that he was something that he wasn't.
What was it Chief Superintendent Ferguson kept saying to Bernie?
Get to know the dead man. Nothing about him is too trivial.
No, not that one. Always look at what you saw, not what you expected to see or
wanted to see.
That's it.
Nobody's used this in a long time.
Could I have a look inside?
I haven't finished looking myself yet.
right down there.
Except for the smell. It's disgusting.
Hardly worn.
What a beautiful picture.
Yes, it's Italian. Tuscan landscape. He's only filled in the front of his diary. Doctor's name, national health number, blood group B rhesus negative. In the event of an accident, please inform Ronald Callender.
I think he was probably a very sweet young man.
Because he hung beautiful pictures over his bed.
Yes.
And cut out pornographic pictures.
It's possible to enjoy both. So, what have you seen?
As opposed to what I expected or hoped to see. I've seen that Mark was extremely neat and tidy. Everything was always in its place. Everything neatly hung up. But he left his gardening boots chucked on the ground outside the summer house and a fork stuck in the middle of the earth he'd just been digging. He'd made stew for his supper, and it was full to the brim, so he made it that day. It wasn't the previous days that he was going to reheat. So he couldn't have been planning to kill himself then, otherwise why go to the bother of cooking it?
He'd made coffee too, hadn't he? Proper coffee, not instant.
Even though he had instant in the larder. He made a large cafetiere of fresh coffee, and he drank the lot. Why did he drink it before his meal? And why did he go to all that bother of making fresh coffee just for himself? He didn't have it on his own, did he? Someone visited him. Someone he wasn't expecting, but he happily abandoned everything to entertain them.
But I didn't see any cups.
Well, the police took his away to examine it, so the visitor must have washed up their own cup. Why would they do that?
You don't think you might be jumping to rather too many conclusions?
Maybe it was a girlfriend. A love affair that went horribly wrong. What else would disturb you so much that you suddenly decide to kill yourself?
You don't even know where you're going to stay. You haven't given it a thought, have you?
I'll be fine.
Where then? And how do you know there'll be any rooms free?
Maybe I'll stay in the summer house.
Oh, you can't be serious.
I think I should be close to where he was, so that I can get to understand him better.
I think you're quite close enough already. Do you go and soak it in?
Yes, just over there on the grass.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I interrupt?
Feel free.
My name's Cordelia Gray. I'm a private detective. And Ronald Callender's asked me to find out why his son died.
I'm delighted Callender's taking so much interest in poor old Mark. Pity he didn't do it while he was still alive. I'm Hugo.
Hello.
That's my sister Sophie.
Hello.
This is Isabel.
I'm Davy.
Hi. Have you any idea why he killed himself?
No. Sorry.
Could it have been to do with pressure of work? Did he tell you why he decided to leave here?
You didn't ask Mark things like that. He only talked if he chose to. That was the whole point about him. He wasn't the most chatty of people.
So what was he like?
He was kind, cared about people. I don't think anybody knew him very well, really. He didn't think much of himself. He should have done, but he didn't.
He was sweet.
I believe that you, Sophie, and your brother went to the inquest and the funeral. Who else was there?
No one, apart from Callender and that assistant woman.
Mark's nanny was there.
Oh yeah, Mark's nanny was there.
I saw her wreath. It said with deepest sympathy from Nanny Pimpy.
Did any of you see him on the night he died?
No, no one did. He was sweet, and now he's dead, and that's about it. End of story. Sorry, Cordelia.
What were you all doing that evening?
Who do you think you are, really? You're not even the police.
It's a bit out of order.
Someone came to visit him that evening, and I intend to find out who it was.
Okay, we were at the Arts Theatre, all four of us, watching a Pinter play, if you really want to know. Second row of the dress circle. Check their seating plan if you want.
Did you enjoy the Pinter?
Yes.
Did you like all the beautiful costumes and the poetry?
Oh, yes, I loved it all. It was gorgeous.
It's funny, your girlfriend's seen a different Pinter from any I've ever come across.
Her understanding of the English language is rather limited.
Do you always look so nervous? Is there something else you want to tell me?
Listen, Cordelia, we're not fools, and we're not about to be persecuted by you. All right?
I didn't expect to see you so soon. Have you come to tell me you're withdrawing your services already?
No.
Then what?
I've come to tell you that I don't believe that Mark committed suicide. I think that someone he knew came and had coffee with him. Then they killed him and left him hanging there all night.
What evidence do you have for such an obscene, grotesque theory?
No firm evidence, not yet. But I will.